Oh no. How do I change? Is it too late? Ah, I forgot to make it vertical before I went live. Oops. Oops. It is 1 p.m. in good old Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I just got done watching the Twins this morning while my sister took my brother-in-law to work. Or not to work, to physical therapy. And I figured I'll hit the old trail on my way home and do a hot park walk stream. And I'm doing it through StreamYard now because it goes to everything. It probably sounds like garbage. I wish I was doing it vertical. I feel bad that it's not vertical. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting I have to do that setting before I hit go live. Hope everyone's Thursday's going well. I'm almost done watching all the movies for next week's wrap up. Tomorrow will be a live episode that I'm actually going to schedule when I get home. Me and Adam are going to go live and talk about Back to the Future for its 40th anniversary. And Monday's episode is going to be good. It's going to be Judge Dredd 1995. Very important episode. It'll be Dick Masterson's first ever Hack the Movies episode. It will also be Vito Gisbaldi's last ever Hack the Movies episode. Very, very monumental moment. It says people are watching. I don't know if the chat's going through. Comments on stage? What does that mean? Does that mean it'll pop up on the... If I do that? Does it pop up? Oh, that's what it does. Okay. It shows up on there. Cool. But yeah, nothing crazy to report here. Just I like doing these park streams. Maybe we'll see a deer. I was here yesterday, and these teenage girls, there was like a doe just off on the side of the trail, and this girl was freaking out that there was a doe. She's like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" Your friend's like, "It's fine, it'll go away," and she was like terrified. Like not a little kid. This is like a teen, like a high school. It's like at that age, you should know that the deer will probably just walk away from you. Once you have it cornered, they don't really attack. 99.99999% of the time, deer's just going to run away. It's not going to go after you. I got Maki Ba stuck in my head. It is bright as hell. But I like the view. Hold on. How do I remember how to do this? No, no. There we go. Park life. Maybe if it was a buck, even then they'll run away. The bucks are young right now. They all have the little antlers that are fuzzy. You're drinking a cold beer on a Thursday afternoon? Should he be working? Hello, Ninja Tyler Black. How are you? Kelly Squirrel K. Hello. I want to apologize to, Young Bucks. The Young Bucks are here. They're super kicking people all over the trail. I want to apologize if you tuned into my New York stream the other day and had no idea what was going on. We were making fun of Opie from Opie and Anthony. Everyone Opie used to do radio with is super successful and still friends with each other and have really, really big shows. And Opie streams with a bunch of no-name losers from that bar. So when me and Manny were in New York, we're like, we have to go to that bar and do an Opie-style stream. So that was a dream come true. But a lot of you watched it were probably like Gil, who was also in the stream and didn't know what we were referencing, unless you're a WATP fan. No, Opie is not in the business. He keeps thinking he is. But he won't podcast with anyone who's actually talented because it highlights how awful he is. So he just podcasts with like whoever he can find. Just go to WATP's YouTube channel. Got plenty of Opie coverage there. Yeah, he live streams from Gebhardt's. And I was like, we gotta go to Gebhardt's. We gotta go to Gebhardt's. Yeah, I'm walking in the heat. I think tomorrow, if I'm correct, or next week. One of those two. But yeah, that'll be on the Zach and Miko Midnight Spook Show. Not all the other ones he does. Hey, Tony, how's the walk? It's good. Feels good. I'm going to do one lap, have lunch, try to finish Monday's episode early for once. Hey, Tony, do you have any horror game recommendations? I like the live streams, especially on podcast. Well, recently, I feel like a year ago, I live streamed the Outlast games. Do not buy the third one, Outlast Trials. I didn't realize it was a multiplayer game. It sucks. I regret buying it. But Outlast 1 and 2 are really, really, really fun. Layers of Fear are really good. Layers of Fear 1 and 2. I heard there's like a third one, or it's like a remake, but apparently it wasn't great. I think what other horror games are good. I played one called Under Depths of Fear. It's where you're on a sinking ship that's haunted. That was another fun one. There's no shortage of good horror games. Those are ones that are just springing to mind. Why does Ric Flair keep pooping himself in bars? Because he's old and crazy? I don't know what to tell you. Oh yeah, they're all behind. Actually, there was someone behind me, so that would have been awkward. I forget how old he is. He's up there. He's up there. You ever plan to cover the other Potter films and maybe even Fantastic Beasts? I don't want to. I didn't even want to cover the first one, to be honest. And I actually don't mind a handful of them, but I just really don't want to. It's probably not. So anyway, what would your wrestling name be? Well, the one time I did wrestle, I was the Condor. I drew a bird on my chest. I had a Darth Vader, just the helmet, not the mask, and I put bird eyes on it to make it look like a big bird helmet. Damn, he's only 5 years older than my dad. Got a tree knocked down over there. Huge storm came in last week. That's why War of the Worlds was delayed. Because I lost power for a day. By the time it came back, I had to go to the drive-in all weekend. What was my walkout song? I think it was Eric Bischoff's theme song. That's probably my favorite theme song of all time. I'm back and I'm better than ever. Got a knack for making things better. Favorite Harry Potter? Just do weekly reviews of T2. Okay. Just do weekly reviews of Terminator 2. Or Train Spotting 2. Can you be more specific? I probably won't be seeing it this weekend. I will be seeing it, though. So what I don't have everything figured out for July, but I will tell you Jurassic World will get a live episode of its own. Superman will get a dedicated episode with me and Frank. And then Fantastic Four will be on the wrap-up. I'm not giving that a dedicated episode. Megan, I have to put on the list. I got to see what else is coming out that I want to put on the list. Rob Conway? I don't know which one that is. Maybe I will see Megan 2 this weekend if I find some time. I enjoyed Megan 1. – 28 years later. Okay. I talked to Gil. I think during Boys Month, we'll do what is the best 28 Days movie so far. So yeah, I will see 28 years later, but I'm not going to put it on the wrap up because I want to just talk all about all three. Get the chick with the big cans back on. Can you be more specific? That narrows down. I mean, that's what I'm looking for. That like cancels out a few of them, but not really narrowing down the rest. Tony, you like alphas? What do you mean? "28 dongs later, lots of zombies." Well, I guess they wouldn't be clothed after a long time. I'm interested to see how they survived. Because the whole thing was like, luckily they were on an island and didn't get out. But they were so rageful, they just starved to death. So I'm interested to see how they've been living for so many years. I guess they eventually learned to eat. Who knows? I didn't like 28 Days Later the first time I saw it. I think I was too young to appreciate it. There are movies that are like that. And I watched it in college, and it was one of those, like, I get it moments. I'm like, I actually do like this now. I always liked 28 Weeks Later. I thought that one was fun as hell. I did not watch The Curse. Killer of Killers. It will be, so July 3rd is the May-June wrap-up. We will be talking about Killer of Killers there. Whew. I showed the twins, because the twins keep, I might have mentioned this in other live streams, the twins keep seeing the picture of the Predator when my sister logs into Disney Plus, because they have the Disney Hulu package. And they recognize it from the basement, so they kept asking her to watch it. And she's like, no. And then they asked me, and I was like, well, obviously I'm not going to show them that one. I mean, I show them some stuff, but even I have a limit. So I was like, all right, what's the one Predator movie they can watch? And it's Alien versus Predator, the one I don't even like. So I put it on for them the other day, and they loved it. Now they love the Alien. But then all morning I wore the Alien shirt, so I thought they thought it was fun. Yeah, audio's gonna be wonky. It's windy, bad signal. All morning, my niece Gabby is like, I'm too scared. I'm too scared. I don't want to watch. I'm too scared. And the whole time I'm like, I don't have to put it on. I wasn't planning on putting it on. I'm like, we don't have to put it on. It's fine. We watched other things. Try to take them out, but it is too freaking hot. And then, meanwhile, the whole time Mia's like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. They try to one-up each other sometimes. But yeah, then like 3 hours later, Gabby looks at me and she's like, I want Predator. They can't say Predator. They say Predator. But basically, she wanted Alien versus Predator on. I'm like, are you sure? You've been telling me all morning you're too scared. So yeah, then I put it on for them. I don't know. They like, if it's monsters fighting, then they're all in. The one thing that did scare them was the Queen alien scared them a lot. She is pretty scary, in their defense. The scariest movie the twins have watched, probably the Jurassic Parks and Alien vs. Predator. We did watch Batman Begins today. So I did that review of the Batman Begins game, and I was recording the gameplay while they were at the house. And they sat in for a few minutes for the cutscene where Batman pulls the Scarecrow's mask off. And I guess, like, to them, Batman is a guy who takes the Scarecrow's mask off. So they apparently tell my sister, if they mention Batman, they're like, Batman, he took the mask off. He took his mask off. So I've tried to show them, like, the cartoons, and they think they're okay. They're not super into the animated series. I tried to show them the Super Pets movie, and they thought it was all right. Batman's barely in it, though. So today they were like, I want to watch Batman. I'm like, well, which one do you want to try? And they just kept saying, take his mask off. So I put Batman Begins on. Skipped to the Batman scenes, obviously. And they dug it. Toward the end, they started playing during the train stuff. But before that, they were like super into it. They like seeing the car and everything. But yeah, they get really hooked on like one little detail. Would you show them Goosebumps or Scary Stories? Yeah, probably at some point. Maybe they're a few years older. Because those you kind of have to like know what's going on in the story. A lot of the stuff I show them, they just want to see things fight, or dinosaurs running around, Godzilla smacking things. They don't really understand what else is going on in the movie. I don't know. I don't know if James Gunn will put Pattinson in his universe. I know he wanted to do a whole different thing with Batman, but I don't know. We'll see. I like what Van Sciver was saying. It's like, just have Pattinson beat Batman in both universes. Who cares? Same actor. Sometimes he's in a brighter universe, sometimes in a darker one. Yes, we are still only doing 6 movies. I picked 3 from each month. And we left out stuff like Final Destination, Bloodlines, or Friendship because I gave them their own reviews. Nah, I don't think Carnosaur will have enough dinosaurs for them. And it's also way too bloody. It's way too bloody. I should get Dark City. Maybe I'll do Dark City in the fall. We're going to do that loop. We're going to call this walk. I'm going to go see the new Jurassic, and I'm going to decide if it's too scary for them. Because they can handle Jurassic. They love them. They will loved all 6 movies. But they were watching them at like home, where you can pause and stuff. And they're good in the theater. But I don't know if they can handle an intense, scary dinosaur movie in the theater. It's hard to say what would be good and what isn't good. Like, we did Final Destination Bloodlines, and it did not do well. But then maybe it'll do well long term. Once the movie hits streaming and people have a chance to see it, I'll post it out again, and hopefully that gives it a second win. That happens sometimes. I don't know. There's some movies that you think would do well, and they just flop. I already know people are going to be annoyed that I'm doing Back to the Future as a live episode and not a regular episode. But I did too many comedies this year that flopped, so I can't risk spending all week editing a review for a comedy movie and then it just gets nothing. So it's safer to just do it as a live episode. So I'm hoping I don't get enough. Hoping the audience is giving enough flack for that. Compared to Jurassic Park 3. Yeah, 3 was one they weren't super into. I mean, they liked it. They liked the pterodactyls. They really enjoyed the first one. They loved 2, just because it had 2 T-Rexes and a baby T-Rex. And then they liked 4 and 5. 3 and 6, they were kind of lukewarm on. Well, Brian, you would think that. You would think it probably wouldn't flop, but guess what? I've been doing this too long to know not to trust that. I'm like, oh yeah, that'll do really well. And then you do it, and you're like, that did horrible. Oh my god. And then there's stuff that does do well. Like I remember back in October, Lost Boys did surprisingly well, which I was not expecting. Hello, Meatballs Gaming. Whew. Well, I hope you all tune in live to hear us talk about it, because we're doing it live. Oh, I already made the decision to do it live months ago. Also, I can't do an edited review because Red Letter Media just put out a review for it. And a lot of you guys who watch me also watch them. And it's been proven time and time again. If they release a review for a movie close to mine, you guys are gonna 100% choose them over me, which is fair. I'm not mad about it. But that's one of the many reasons I started doing the live stuff and the live wrap ups, just so I can talk about these movies without taking a big financial hit. So I can just talk about it live. I mean, there's still a little bit of prep that goes into it, but not as much as editing a 3-camera show for a whole week, and then you put it out and it just hangs. See, you just watch their vid. Yeah. There were a couple times that happened, but the big one was, I think if I remember right, their Doctor Strange 2 review came out a few hours after ours did and just nuked it. Just destroyed our episode. Which again, not mad about, not jealous or anything. It makes sense. They're a way bigger channel. They've been around longer, bigger fan base. It makes sense that you would click on that video over with mine. Like, I'm not like disappointed about it. But I just had to be smart about like what I choose to pick. And even to this day, it's a gamble. It is a gamble. Yeah, for whatever reason, it didn't hurt much when Doug did it. That might be because his reviews are a little bit shorter than mine and red letters, so that might help. Also, me and him have like been in each other's videos. We've worked together, so I feel like it doesn't really hurt that much. Whereas me and red letter were like not connected at all. I think the only connection I have to red letter is that Macaulay Culkin flew from Milwaukee to us to record a few years ago. That was it. Oh, and I had Jack Packard on a old podcast I did many years ago. He called into a podcast that I did. But that's it. It's funny. Someone's always in the comments. And they're like, yeah, do a thing with them. And I'm like, oh, yeah, let me just call them on the number I don't have. Like, we're not all in the same YouTube movie group. I can't just call up Chris Stuckman or Jeffrey Johns or whatever, whoever the dude from Dead Meat or lady from, I don't watch Dead Meat. It's a dude and a lady, right? I know there's at least a dude. I see him in a bunch of videos. But I think it's him and a lady. And then he had another show with the girl from Terrifier. But I don't know if that's still a thing. Ooh. Husband and wife. Okay, that's what I thought. I do not watch them. I've watched a few things. Let me put the air on. Jesus. Ugh. Stuckman sucks. That's right. I watched a couple kill counts, and he did comparisons like between director's cuts and theatrical cuts, which is kind of what I ended up doing, but with work prints and TV cuts that are more rare, which is why I don't do them as often as I should, just because it's hard to find like a rare, interesting one. But I remember his cut analysis of the Rob Zombie's Halloween really helped, and I plugged it in the videos that we did. I was like, that helped remind me like what the difference was. It's hot. It is hot. Hold on. Okay. Watch Spooky Rice and said he's cute. Wait. He's cute? It's blocking it. He cuts the chase more than Dead Meat. Sorry, the money sign on StreamYard cut out the S, and I was like, I thought you said he cute. I don't have Rich Evans on speed dial, unfortunately. Okay, let me cut this. Sweet. Sweet. Okay. You guys want to watch me drive home? I'm not going to look at the chat while I'm driving, obviously. And we might lose signal. But when I get to the house, I will look back in. So leave me funny stuff to read when I park. What else has been going on with me? I need to schedule another edit stream on Patreon, and we need to give you guys a heads up next time. They've figured out some of the bugs in Patreon's live streaming. I was on the creator call yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, for their creative ambassador program, which Movie Dumpster is now in. They weren't on the call, but I saw their image on the profile. And then Dave, who was in the Cube episode, saw him in the chat there. So last time I hung out with Captain Boomies, she was playing that Makiba song by Jane, and it's been in my head for a month. Speaking of Captain Boomies, I don't know if you guys are following her on Instagram. She's getting her own TV show about yachts, which is hilarious. She kept that one for me. I was like, what the hell? And then Pedro said, wow, she's more famous than you. So then I let her know. I'm like, hey, you're banned from the show. I can't have anyone more famous than me on the show. Road work ahead. When they start doing road work out here? So much road work recently. Whew. Wonder what they're working on. Need to hop back on the Patreon to check out those Friday 13th commentaries. When is her Below Deck collab? I don't know. Well, look, if you really are in the mood to watch them or listen to those commentaries, and you don't think you can pledge monthly, you can always just purchase the album without having to pledge. Or you can subscribe annually and get a discount. Then you have all of them. You have all the commentary tracks. But yeah, I made it. Pretty much everything review and commentary track wise is available to buy now on the Patreon. I'm not doing like vlogs and stuff because I don't think that would be worth it. I mean, it's worth it as a patron, but I don't think anyone's going to watch a vlog. I want to pay for a vlog of me walking around the cemetery from Night of the Living Dead. But the reviews are all available to purchase, and the commentaries are available to purchase without having to pledge. But it'd be cool if you still pledged. What are they doing? They're doing something. They're cleaning this bridge. There's just like so much construction happening in my area lately. Oh yeah, we got a Tony ad read. Yep. Famous for those. hopped on and off the Patreon because your own financial situation fluctuates. That happens. I totally understand. Totally understand. It is not mandatory. But you should consider what's more important, your financial situation or Tony from Hack the Movies finance, because the better off I am financially, the more I should just do what that girl did years ago. You don't have $5? Or the other girl who was just like, what do you mean when you say you can't do anything? Is that you're bad with money? Oh, alrighty, guys. Oh, this is a fun